do you like chickens? How about chicken pot pie? How about chicken nuggets?
Chicken train, running all day. Chicken train, running all day. Chicken train, running all day. Can't get on, can't get off. Chicken train, take the chickens away.
Hey everybody, Wyoming James checking in. Day number 59. Day number 59 from the Urban Micro Farm. So we are out here with our little brooder friends, and they seem to be doing really well. No complaints. Doesn't look like we have any. Doesn't look like we have any corpses over here. Everybody seems to be doing okay. Now, it does look like they need a little bit of food and a whole lot of water. So we're going to get them fed and watered, and then we're going to go out there and see how our friends are doing on the pasture. Again, I just can't even get over this. I was going through some video and looking back on the first batch, watching the videos when they were this small, and it's hard to believe that we've got birds that are now almost 10 pounds. Just over 9 pounds, almost 10. They'll be 10 by the time we butcher them. And I mean, these weigh ounces. So we, I hope to be able to do a like a compilation video where we can speed through the life cycle of these birds and show you how big they've gotten in just 60 days. So let's get these birds fed and watered, and we will get out there to the pasture and see how they're doing. Stand by. All right, so we are back out here on the pasture. I say back out here because Mandy and I were out here earlier because we were just checking on the birds and just seeing how well our waterers worked. This one directly in front of us was empty in the white bucket, mostly full in the orange bucket, and then those two over there were both mostly empty in both buckets. So we've got to figure out why that is. We just filled them back up. But what we're going to do is we're going to empty the birds out one at a time. I'll go in there. I'm going to raise those up because I noticed like this one back here is significantly lower in the front. And I think those birds are having a hard time drinking out of that. So I've got to adjust that to where they're at the right height so that we can get those birds underneath there. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Any other updates?
I don't think so.
No other updates. So we're going to get these birds out. We'll move the tractors, adjust those buckets, and then we will check in with you before we leave. Stand by. All right, so I have to share a funny story. Mandy, we were moving tractors yesterday, and we hear Mandy like just scream, like shrill scream. And she was coming over here, and what happened was she had looked right down here and saw this, what's left of a snake skin, and she about lost her mind. The sun was just hitting it just right. I don't know if it's, yeah, sun was hitting it just right, and it looked like a snake coiled up under that bush, so she about lost her mind. But she's doing better today. Now then, you could not tell by her choice of footwear that we're in snake country, right? She's like, nah, you know, I'm good. I think Jerusalem joggers are just fine for chicken tractoring and chicken and snake fighting. So we're just getting a little bit of time out here. We got 3 birds. We had a little spill right here. We spilled some feed right here at the corner of this tractor, and we're letting these 3 birds clean it up. So now Mandy is supposed to be filling the waters, but I think she's letting them run over. So I better go help her. All right, we are finished moving tractors, got feeders down. So here's something. We had this idea where we were going to try to save ourselves a trip out here, and we were going to have food down, leave food down at night, and then that way when they get up in the morning, they're ready to eat, and then we only have to come out here in the evenings. But with the water situation still not under control, there's really no way we can do that. So we're going to have to, but because they've been without feed for 10, 12 hours, we figured we better go ahead and feed them. So I'll come back out tomorrow. We'll basically double feed tomorrow and then we'll get back on our regularly scheduled program. So we thought we'd try that. It didn't work out so well, but it's, you know, we're constantly adjusting, constantly making little changes. Hopefully that we can make this more efficient and make it more profitable ultimately. And understand we're not making a big bunch of money on this deal. It's just something that we do so that we can kind of pay for our own chickens and hopefully pay for a little bit of our time. But we're always looking at ways to cut costs out here, and that was one of the ways we thought to do it. So hopefully we can get this water situation figured out, and it'll limit us to only 2 trips out here. So that's it. Wyoming James, Powder River Mandarin, checking out from another day on the Urban Micro Farm. Adios.
Chicken train running all day, can't get